regards to the Obama incident, I flew out of Colorado Springs, Colorado to Chicago on November 2nd, 1999.
That was Larry Sinclair holding a press conference in the early 2000s in an attempt to expose a former American president, Barack Obama. Sinclair is claiming that the former president might have had a more colorful past than we knew, because Larry's accusation is that he had questionable interactions of a personal nature with him, and Larry Sinclair is not the only one talking about Obama's past.
This morning, another magazine cover causing some controversy.
This one is about President Obama after he announced his public support for same-sex marriage last week.
Obama was known for openly discussing topics such as LGBTQ rights, which is one reason many find interest in Sinclair's claims about Obama's sexuality.
I've always been adamant that gay and lesbian Americans should be treated fairly and equally.
But that's not all, because Larry also dropped an even bigger bombshell about Obama.
I mentioned I could use a line or two to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to coke, and I stated I was. After stating I was, Obama stated he could purchase cocaine for me.
Among a series of outlandish claims, Sinclair also accused Obama of masterminding the death of another alleged partner.
Young, the choir director of Reverend Wright's Trinity United Church of Christ, Obama's now former church, and who was openly homosexual, learned that he was murdered.
Whoa, now those are some shady rumors. Larry Sinclair is a figure familiar to political aficionados and journalists for his sensational allegations concerning Senator Barack Obama. These allegations range from salacious claims about suspicious intimate activities and substance use to more serious accusations, including murder. Sinclair's profile fits the pattern of individuals who emerge on the fringes of every presidential campaign, with previous presidents like George W. Bush and Bill Clinton also facing obscure accusers with dramatic narratives.
Mike, you decided to take this on, and to report that you've been disbarred at the state of Florida. I'm wondering if you're part of the bar in the state.
Despite minimal attention from traditional media outlets, Sinclair has harnessed the reach of the internet, with a video presenting his claims amassing over 900,000 views on YouTube, ensuring that his controversial assertions continue to garner public attention.
I performed oral sex on him in the hotel room at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois.
Were there drugs involved on the second night as well?
There was.
Larry Sinclair made efforts to gain national media attention by reserving countless press conferences at downtown Washington's National Press Club, aiming to lend credibility to his story. However, his biography raises significant challenges to that endeavor. Public records and court documents reveal a lengthy criminal record spanning 27 years, with a particular focus on deceit-related crimes.
I was suspended by the Florida Supreme Court on March 7, 2008. The suspension was a result of me being too litigious and allegedly not paying child support.
This record includes forgery charges in multiple states, one of which resulted in a 16-year prison sentence. Additionally, the Pueblo County, Colorado Sheriff's Office has an outstanding warrant for Sinclair's arrest, stemming from allegations of forging an acquaintance's signature and stealing her tax refunds. These legal troubles cast a shadow over his credibility.
The matter is now pending in the United States Supreme Court. As a result, I have been reciprocally suspended by the District of Columbia Bar.
In 2008, Larry Sinclair delivered a speech at the National Press Club during Obama's presidential campaign, making allegations that Obama had purchased and used substances and engaged in some intimate activities with him in 1999.
So we got no one on left, and we started drinking, I started snorting, he started smoking. I actually put my hand on his knee.
Larry Sinclair, originally from South Carolina, also expressed no regret regarding his accusations, which extend to claims that Obama had another male lover and was involved in the person's death. These allegations were detailed in his self-published book from 2009 titled Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair: Cocaine, Sex, Lies, Murder.
He too had intimate relations with Barack Obama and had for years, and that I needed to protect myself.
According to reports, a church choir conductor and teacher named Donald Young was discovered dead in his South Shore apartment. He was found unresponsive, and the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office determined that Young had sustained multiple gunshot wounds, classifying his death as a homicide, as indicated by an autopsy report.
What did Donald Young tell you?
That he too had intimate relations with Barack Obama and had for years, and that I needed to protect myself, that they were going to come after me.
Donald Young served as the choir conductor for 2 decades at Trinity United Church of Christ, according to the church's pastor, Jeremiah Wright. 10 years ago, the New York Times reported on the emergence of an underground subculture within the black community known as the Down Low, primarily involving men who engaged in sexual activities secretly while maintaining heterosexual personas publicly.
More and more men who are sleeping with men and sleeping with women, but not telling the women.
In this context, opposition researchers for Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential campaign initiated inquiries into rumors suggesting that Reverend Jeremiah Wright was involved in running a matchmaking service for members of his Trinity United Church of Christ, referred to as the Down Low Club. These allegations also implicated Barack Obama.
It has nothing to do with Senator Obama. It is an attack on the black church launched by people who know nothing about the African-American religious tradition.
There have been assertions by some members of the church suggesting that President Obama may have benefited from Rev. Jeremiah Wright's efforts to create covers for men in the black community who were not open about their sexuality.
Politicians say what they say and do what they do based on electability, based on sound bites, based on polls.
The 2003 New York Times story, Double Lives on the Down Low, said that though many black men reject, quote, a gay culture they perceive as white and effeminate, they, quote, have settled on a new identity, with its own vocabulary and customs and its own name, Down Low. Moreover, Carolyn, a 20-year member of Trinity who has played a role in church administration and knows the Obamas personally, said, "It was more that Wright served as a matchmaker. Trinity was a chance to network. The stuff preached was hateful, but about 70% of those who go there ignore the radical rhetoric and are just trying to get ahead. That's what Wright did for Obama. He connected Obama and the community, and he helped Obama hide his sexuality." Carolyn and other members of Trinity United Church of Christ who supported her testimony were firm about maintaining their anonymity as a prerequisite for being interviewed. Carolyn also mentioned Donald Young, the choir master at Trinity, who tragically died from multiple gunshot wounds in his Chicago apartment.
Beautiful human being with a sweet heart. And now he's an assassin.
Young's took place before the execution-style killing of another member of the church, 25-year-old Larry Bland, who was also a black gay individual. Bland suffered a similar fate, succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds in his home, as indicated by his death certificate.
A man who worked as a choir conductor and school teacher is found shot to death. The victim, 47-year-old Donald Young.
2 days following the of Donald Young, another openly gay member of Reverend Wright's church, Nate Spencer, reportedly passed away due to complications including septicemia, pneumonia, and AIDS. These events have contributed to a broader narrative of concern and intrigue surrounding the church and its members.
City supervisors of San Francisco are directly responsible for the murder of Kate Steinle, and the Obama administration is complicit.
Larry Sinclair's allegations were among the earliest unverified claims directed at Barack Obama during his presidential campaign and tenure in office. These allegations have persisted even after his presidency, with controversial figures like InfoWars host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones continuing to promote such theories. Moreover, Sinclair's spokesman, Montgomery Blair Sibley, of his client's criminal record said, "It is what it is. He's not hiding from it. He's not denying it." Claims that Barack Obama arranged a cocaine purchase, smoked crack cocaine, and engaged in sexual activity in 1999 were made by a limousine driver's friend, including discussions of substance use allegations and a investigation.
The limo driver that I was looking for someone to enjoy the night with. The introduction was made through the limo driver.
In response to these allegations, Larry Sinclair, the accuser, took a polygraph test and filed a lawsuit seeking evidence to substantiate his claims. It's important to note that these allegations have not been proven and remain unverified. Furthermore, another person also made some claims about Obama. Tucker Carlson made a claim that Barack Obama was smoking crack and engaging in activities with men. These allegations surfaced during Obama's 2008 presidential campaign, but were widely criticized and condemned as a political smear tactic. The mainstream media largely still reported these claims despite their unverified and controversial nature.
I have people who work for me who are in powerful, strong, long-lasting gay or lesbian unions.
Tucker Carlson asserted on Wednesday that it was, quote, very evident that Barack Obama had been involved in an affair with a man. He alleged that the media refrained from reporting the story because the Obama campaign team threatened to deny access to the Democratic candidate. Carlson made these comments during an appearance on the widely followed Adam Carolla show. He said, quote, in 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack, end quote. Obama's following is quite huge, and everything is keenly noticed by his followers, and regarding this incident, he was criticized massively. One of them wrote, the irritating thing is that politicians make such an attempt to give no opinion at all and remain on good voting terms with everyone that you're not really voting for a candidate anymore. Give your opinion. If people truly like what you're about, they'll support you, 100%. If not, you don't really belong in a position of power anyway. Another one added, I should be a reporter. My very next question for Obama would have been, quote, you stated you are engaged in a personal struggle regarding gay marriage and cited reasons you are in support of it. Now could you please explain your reservations against gay marriage, end quote. His questionable past was further confirmed when the New York Post reported on a newly redacted 1982 letter from former President Barack Obama to his ex-girlfriend, Alex McNear, whom he dated during his time at Occidental College in Los Angeles. In this letter, written when Obama was 21 years old, he apparently discussed the subject of homosexuality and disclosed that he enjoyed, quote, making love to men daily, but in the imagination.
You see, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination.
In today's media landscape, the glaring biases and lack of accountability have become glaringly apparent. Media outlets, driven by various agendas like Larry Sinclair was, are often willing to interview individuals from any background, sometimes propagating unsubstantiated claims or extremist views in the process.